A few years ago, my parents sold our childhood home and purchased a new construction home in a 55 and older community. It has been a great decision for them. They've really enjoyed it. And then just over the past few months, multiple people move into and purchase homes in these 55 and older communities. These are age restricted communities. They're pretty cool. I want to give you some tips today on dealing with and moving into these communities. My name's Miles Pitcher. I am the owner of Superior Lending. I'm located here in Utah. I've been in the business for 21 years now. Please do me a favor, if you would, to subscribe to this channel. Super helpful. Thank you. All right. So these communities are starting to pop up more. They're great because these are units that are built to fit the needs of an aging community. Fewer stairs, smaller homes, and generally or almost always there's an HOA with it that takes care of all the maintenance in the community. So let's go through a few of the pros of these. Obviously, yard work and maintenance on the outside of the home is no longer an issue. That's awesome. My parents personally went from having a really large yard to now not having to worry about mowing the lawn or shoveling snow anymore. They love that. Depending on the community, there can be all kinds of amenities from golf courses, pools, tennis courts, pickleball courts, to some don't even have a clubhouse. But just look at those, and those amenities really can be a nice benefit to the senior. The other thing with this community is you're going to be amongst other seniors, same age class, same stage of life. And that's really nice to be able to associate with them. Peace and quiet comes in these communities. Late night parties generally are not happening with these seniors. Let me cover some things that could be cons or disadvantages to these communities. First of all is the HOA, and there's a lot that goes with the HOA. Homeowners Association, and these monthly fees can be spendy. So make sure that you request and read through everything in the HOA documents. For example, you need to understand what restrictions are they going to have, like can you paint your mailbox a certain color? What is parking like, right? Are you going to get ticketed or fined if you have too many cars in the driveway? Just understand that. It will also define what can be used, like are there rentals allowed? Probably not. Most these usually you have to be owner occupied in them. The other thing with an HOA is members of the neighborhood will eventually be on the HOA board. So you don't necessarily have control over who those people are, but following or having them lead is going to be something that you're going to be subject to. The other thing is you need to look at the financial condition of the HOA. Are there enough funds and reserves to take care of upcoming repairs? Right? Like all the roofs. Is there litigation between the HOA and the builder or developer? Be aware of that. The HOA is a big deal when you move in. The other con is you're going to be tighter together. You're going to be with other neighbors, and you may find those nosy neighbors who are going to be in your business. We've all seen the sitcoms on TV where you have those nosy neighbors. I remember the Seinfeld episodes from the Florida people. But anyways, just be aware that you may get some nosy neighbors. The other thing is you're probably coming from a really large home with a large family gathering. You're now moving into a smaller home. So just be aware of the size. For my parents, it was quite a chore to downsize and clean out. It was a good thing when they did. They cleaned out a lot of stuff that they had accumulated over the years. And now they're in a small home and they're limited on what they can put in that new home. So it's a pro and a con on the size. Now, of course, we have to talk about financing because I do mortgages. Cash purchases are always great. If you're selling your old home and coming in and purchasing the new home, that's fabulous. Traditional mortgages are available, Freddie, Fannie, FHA, VA, USDA loans on these properties. So no problem there. Other than you need to really take a serious look and say, does my retirement income allow me to have a good retirement lifestyle and be able to make that monthly mortgage payment? Always count on the plan for the HOA fee in there. It's going to happen. And also be aware it's most likely going to go up on you in the future. Very rarely does an HOA fee come down or get lower. It's kind of like property taxes, they generally move up. The last option that I think everyone should at least be educated on is to do a reverse mortgage. And we've been doing more of these lately. Fabulous way for people to be able to come in, purchase a home. They have to put down a chunk of equity. And then while they continue to live in the home as a primary residence, they don't have to make a mortgage payment. They still have to pay their property taxes, homeowners insurance, and their HOA fee, and keep the home in good working condition. But the HOA typically does that for them. The reverse mortgage, please make sure you're educated and know what it is, how it works. It's a great option in the right situation. All right, I want to give you a rate update. So we did tell a lot of our clients, hey, we got a temporary improvement. Rates have got a little bit worse, not really that much worse, but a little bit worse over the past week. Again, this is an inverse chart that as the chart moves up, rates get better, and as the chart moves down, rates get worse. Some of the things we're dealing with right now is inflation still is an issue, and that's making rates worse. We received some unemployment numbers that the unemployment numbers are ticking up, and that is one of the signs or predictors of a recession coming up. And I want to emphasize to you that a recession does not mean a housing crisis. They are two separate things and two separate events. And historically, when there's been a recession, we come out of the recession the same real estate values or higher real estate values than when we started. And typically with a recession, mortgage rates also get better. So just watch for that as that's happening. But all in all, rates are staying steady and still really a good time to purchase a home. Again, my name is Miles Pitcher. I'm the owner of Superior Lending. Here's my contact info. I'm always happy to crunch numbers, talk through scenarios, get creative with people and helping them in their financing. You can either text me, email me, call me, or visit my website. Have a great week. We'll be back next week with another tip.